Well, good evening, everybody, from UDA. The Trojans play another big home game tonight. It's homecoming, and the opponent is going to be the Millersburg Indians. Always a great rivalry here in the Valley, and tonight the Trojans and the Indians both with some losing records coming in here to see if they can even things up a little bit tonight. So we'll find out how the boys do here in just a few moments. As you see, the Trojans are ready to make their entrance onto the playing field here amidst the cheerleaders who have formed the traditional tunnel out here for the boys to travel through. So they're enthusiastic now. Let's see how they can do in about 48 minutes. We'll find out as here they come. Okay, there's your Trojan squad, and across the field, getting ready to make their entrance on the field tonight on a very, very beautiful night for football are those tough Millersburg Indians who played a ball game just last week against Williams Valley. The Indians dropping that ball game by 1 point, 21-20, and so they're going to try to avenge that loss tonight here against our Trojans for sure. So the tribe is on the field. The Trojans are set to go. We'll have the toss of the coin here coming up in just a moment, and we'll find out who's going to kick to who and how we're going to make out here tonight. It is homecoming, as I said, so there is a good crowd here, as you can imagine, with the Millersburg Indians being just down the road about 7 miles or so, and they're ready. They're on the warpath the way it looks over there, and the Trojans are really in need of a big win tonight, as we will have the chorus singing the national anthem here in just a moment. Homecoming, always a big night, a big play or a big dance afterwards, and a lot of fun here. The 25th anniversary of the graduation for a young fella that I bring down here to the ball games with me, and we'll be right back. Well, Millersburg won the toss and deferred until the second half, so they'll be kicking off here to the Trojans as we get things started here tonight. So let's see if the Trojans can take advantage of having the ball first and put some points on the board early here. The Trojan band has the Indian chant going here now. Here's a kick, really nice kick, going to be taken down here at the 15-yard line to the 20, the 25, upfield he comes with it, and he is going to be tackled out here. Well, that was Whitmer. And Joe Whitmer is tackled out here at about the 30, let's see, where are they going to put it? 33-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for UDA on their own 33. Skylar Foltz is the quarterback, of course, for the Trojans tonight. And we have 55. Weist is one of the, or Taylor Shadle, rather, the center out there tonight. From a single set in the backfield go the Trojans on this first play from scrimmage. Handoff, and coming over this way is Hoover. Hoover still at his feet, breaking, tackles it all the way out to the 45-yard line. It looked like a late hit, but no flag. Wow. It looked like kind of a pile on there at the end. Anyway, a first down as he picks up, or wait a minute, is there a flag? There is a flag. Illegal procedure called against UD, so that'll nullify a really nice run by Hoover that time. Tony had about 12 yards on the play, but it's coming back. It'll cost the Trojans 5, bring up a 1st and 15 now, back at the 27-yard line or 28-yard line. So 1st and 10, UDA. Or 1st and 15, rather. Yeah, 1st and 15. Kyle Motter, the flanker on the near side of the field for the Trojans, as Skylar Foltz looks him over. He'll hand this one off, and this time it's going to be a whole lot less as he'll drive it to the 30-yard line. Tony dragging it ahead for a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd down and 13, or 2nd down and 13. Yeah, not so much on that one. Across the front of the line out there as we pick these fellas up as we go along. 60 out there is Weist. 50. Let's see who else we have out here. Hard to see them from right here. 56 Stone, Brock Stone. 57 out there is Josh Kephart. So here we go on a 2nd and 13. Pitch back over that way for Hoover. He's going to try to turn the left side. Tucks the ball away, and then he's going to get maybe a yard, and not much more than that. As Tony is cut down pretty quickly. Picking up maybe 2. It'll be 3rd down and 11. 3rd and 11. Ball will be spotted out the 33-yard line, which is back to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be actually 3rd down and 10 from the 33-yard line. Swank, number 2, flanker out on this side of the field, along with Motter. On his 3rd down, we'll watch and see if Schuyler wants to put it up. He does. Got some protection. Fires one on his way. Complete to Motter. Kyle Motter brings that one in out here at the 48-yard line of Millersburg. It is 1st down, UDA, and a nice pass from Schuyler Foltz to Kyle Motter. 1st and 10, Trojans in Millersburg territory. 1st and 10 for the Trojans on the 48-yard line of Millersburg. Handoff is to Tony Hoover again, and Tony with a good drive that time piles ahead for about 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Nice drive that time by that Tony Hoover. Second down, a long 5 for the Trojans from the single set in the backfield. Handoff this time is to Hoover this time, but not much going on that one. Dives ahead for maybe 1. 3rd down and 3 coming up for the Trojans as Millersburg in there quickly to take care of Tony that time. Number 21, Joe Whitmer, coming back into the ball game for UD. So a 3rd and 3 situation for the Trojans. They'll go from the I in the backfield this time with Whitmer as the fullback and Hoover as the running back or tailback. Follows some blocking. Graves ahead. Let's see. It'll be close to a 1st down. Looks like it could be just a little bit short, but we'll see. They're marking the ball at the 38-yard line. And if that would be the case, it looks like they're going to have to measure this one because it's pretty close. So we'll check out the measurement coming up here. It'll be a vital one for the Trojans as they want to sustain this drive, but it's going to be awfully close. Our co-captain out there tonight, one of the co-captains is number 56, Brock Stone. He's going to keep the eye on this one for the Trojans. And we'll look at it from here. It's going to be just a little short, and that's about what it looked like from here. About 4 inches short. Now the Trojans going to take a chance. They come in with a record tonight of 1 and 3. So most things have not worked too successfully tonight, or up to this year rather. So it looks like they will go for it tonight. The Millersburg Indians 0 and 4, 0 and 3 in the conference. Trojans 1 and 3, 0 and 2 in the conference. So here we go on a big 4th down and about the length of the football. Will they sneak it or will he give it to somebody? Got to hand it to Hoover. Hoover's got the 1st down as they'll drag it ahead for a yard or so. So Tony Hoover keeps the drive alive with a nice plunge over that left tackle spot. And he picks up the 1st down. It's 1st and 10, UDA. The ball will be spotted now at the 36-yard line of the Millersburg Indians. Trojans pretty much in control here right at the moment as they have a good sustained drive going on here. Again from the I with Whitmer and Hoover in the backfield. Foltz, hold everything. False start, I believe. Well, the illegal procedure brings it back to the 41-yard line now, so the Trojans will start out there once again on a 1st and 15 situation. Trojans don't like that 1st and 10 stuff. They'd rather go for the big stuff. Let's see what Schuyler Foltz can do with this one. He hands this one off to Hoover. Hoover around the left side. Gets a block from Whitmer. Spins down the outside and picks up a couple of yards, probably 3 or 4. Close to the original marker for first down, so he picked up 4. It'll be second down and 11.
Gain of about 4. We'll bring up second down.
Second and 11 as Kyle Motter brings the play into the ball team. Okay, let's see what we can do with this one. On a second down and 11. Ball at the 37-yard line of Millersburg. Fultz dropping back. He wants to throw. Has some time. Throws a screen over the far side to Hoover. Hoover gets a good block. Picks it up. Runs down the left side. Hoover going all the way down the left side. He could go all the way. He is going to go all the way for a touchdown. There are no flags on the play. Tony Hoover from 37 yards out, I believe it was, for 6 for UDA. Well, boy, that's something that the Trojans have not seen too often this season so far. And boy, Tony running very, very nicely, getting some good blocking on the outside. Joe Whitmer, for one, throwing a good block right around the line of scrimmage and springing him loose for a big, big touchdown. What a big job that is for UDA. What a big moment. Harmon will hold for the extra point try. Here's the snap. Placement's down. Kick is up. Kick looks good from here. It is good. Okay. The extra point try is good, and the Trojans lead now by a score of 7-0. Back with the Trojan kickoff here in just one moment. 5:41 remaining here in the first quarter. Mark Shostal will kick off for UDA. Now, Kevin Troutman, the kicker on the extra point, kind of missed that. Oh, nice airplane going right over here where I can't catch him. Well, there he is. All right, so here it comes, and there it goes. Kick comes all the way down here to the 15-yard line, grabbed by a bunch of Indians, and then the one with the football is the main one. He's going to take it all the way out here to the 30-yard line or close to it. It's first and 10 for the Indians on the 29-yard line. They'll spot it. So first and 10 on the 29 for Millersburg. Now let's see, our Trojan offense looks like it's been rejuvenated for tonight's ball game. Let's see what the defense can do. Big 72 out there, Bradley Dietrich for UDA. We'll find out who some of these other guys are in a minute. Motion comes over this way, handoff, quarterback pitches it back over here, 22. He'll pick up some yardage on this play as he eludes a tackler or two, and then he's finally dropped out here at the 37-yard line, picking up about 8 on the play. It'll be second down and 2. Well, now they're backing it up. We'll make it second down and 3. They back it up to the 36-yard line. Second down and 3. Good play that time. That number 22, Mundy, you can really pick him up and lay him down here. Quarterback again with the option that time, and just at the last moment pitched it back to Mundy. He got some good yardage out of it. QB is Kerstetter. He'll hand there. No, he kept this one. He has it. Goes for the first down out across the 45 to around the 46-yard line. So Kerstetter, an explosive young ball player in there for the Indians. He is a sophomore, and he looks like he's going to be a good one. First and 10 on the first series for the Millersburg Indians. They waste no time in getting that very first down for their outfit. 4.5 minutes remaining here in the opening period. Well, here we go again. This time they run from the run and shoot position. Kerstetter still has it. And he's going to be tackled this time as they'll stand him up. Coming up, good hit. Whitmer in there making a initial hit, says Chuck Fultz, the announcer. No gain on the play. It'll be second and 10. Ball still at the 47-yard line, or 46.5-yard line, whatever you want to call it. There it is, of the Millersburg Indians. 2nd and 10. Motion in the backfield. Pitch over this way. Number 12's got it. Or it's going to swing around the side over here. Bounces off of a tackler and then gets bounced out of bounds. That is Durr. A fellow named Durr. Brett Durr. Picking up 9 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and very short. 3rd down, half a yard for the Millersburg Indians. Teams are pretty well matched the way it would appear here. Anyway, statistically, they certainly are. So it could be a very good, interesting ball game. Tailback gets the call, goes up the middle for the 1st down as he drives it to the 42-yard line of UDA. So the Trojans, again, are going to have to really tighten it up in there now. Big number 68 in that lineup, Josh Stadheim for the Trojans. 1st and 10. Ball at the 42. Here's that Kerstetter over center, calling the signals. Motion comes over this way. Kerstetter wants to throw. He's looking. Fires one down the middle. It is incomplete. Intended out here and covered by Harmon for UDA. Matthew Harmon making a good coverage on the play. A pass intended for number 40 something. I see a 4. 40 what? 2. 42 for Millersburg, Marcus Miller. Kerstetter sends 2-0 in motion. Pitches over there to 20. He's going to be grabbed and thrown down, and a nice stop by Stone. There is a flag on the play. I think motion might be called on Millersburg. Looked like one of the linemen jumped just a little bit. We'll see. But there is a flag laying here at the line of scrimmage. And a nice play that time by Brock Stone. Now, penalty against the Indians is illegal shift or whatever, and it's declined. So the Trojans will take the play, which was a 6 or 7 yard loss. It'll be 3rd down and about 17. So the Trojans should be able to hold them here, we hope. 2:45 remaining in the first period. Trojans up 7-0. And a passing situation, I would say, as Kerstetter drops back to throw. Now he's got some run. They're going to get a hold maybe on them. Now he'll throw it. He's dumped pretty good out here. The pass in the meantime is incomplete. But there is a flag on the 2 flags on the play. Look out. 2 flags on the play. Okay, here's your signal, hold initial signal against Millersburg. Also an illegal man downfield. That's declined. It's going to be 4th down. So Millersburg getting themselves in a big hole here now as the official will pick up the flag. It's going to be 4th down. The Trojans are going to get the ball back now. And they'll send back number 2, Swank, on the far side of the field. Number 21, Whitmer, on the near side of the field, I believe it is. Well, let's see what kind of a punt they get off here. Good snap. And the kick comes down over there to the side where it's going to be handled in the air by Swank. Swank will come over here, reversing his field, coming back this way, got a block, gets away from a couple, gets away from a couple more, still getting away, still breaking tackle, then finally on a good low tackle by number 11 out there. But a heck of an effort that time by Swank, getting that ball and bringing it back there very nicely, eluding numerous tackles that time, and finally a kid tackled him properly right around the ankles and brought him down. So heck of an effort there by that Andrew Swank. And it'll be 1st and 10 UDA now, right on their 31-yard line. Trojans look like they want to play here against these Indians. From the eye they go. Skylar Foltz looking him over, bringing Swank in motion on the far side of the field. Hand up the middle. Here goes Hoover. Hoover drags it ahead again for another first down out to the 43-yard line. This is the Tony Hoover from 04. Tony really keeping his legs churning, grinding out that yardage and making another big first down for UDA. Out to the 43-yard line it goes. It's 1st and 10 Trojans. 1:50 left here in the opening period of this ball game. Again, it's going to be Hoover lined up as the tailback behind Whitmer. Foltz over center. Schuyler checking him out. He's going to hand it to Hoover again. Hoover over the left side. Got plenty of running room. Gets himself 9 of the 10 required. And another fine run by that Tony Hoover. Another great run by Tony. Picks up just about 9. Second and a very short 2. So we'll call it second and 2. Picked up 8. Ball at the 49-yard line of Millersburg. Now Trojans again in Millersburg territory. Well, let's see what we can do with this. Keep this drive alive. Inside of a minute to play here in the first quarter. Foltz dropping back. He's looking. Got a rush, but puts one up in the air. Complete on a great catch over there by number 87. He's going to go all the way. Fumbled in the end zone, but should be a touchdown. It is. As Whitmer, I got all excited that time. 48 yards or something like that to Kevin Troutman. There it goes. Kevin Troutman with a big, great catch out there, diving into the end zone, losing the handle on the football, but fumbling into the end zone, which gives the Trojans the ball and a touchdown. Excellent throw that time from Schuyler Foltz, and a great catch out there by Kevin Troutman. Kevin will attempt his second extra point of the ball game. Harmon will be the holder. Troutman the kicker. Let's see the snap. Snap's good. Places down. Kick is up. Kick is... It's good. Okay, way to go. Great touchdown and a great extra point. So the score, 8 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. It's 14-0 UDA. Mark Shostal has it teed up for UDA as they get set to kick off again here in the first quarter of our ball game. The Indians will have 38 seconds to work with here before the quarter will come to an end. So see if Mark can kick it deep and we can hold them back there. Here comes the kick. It is pretty nice. Going to come down here at the 15-yard line. He gets tripped up himself, kind of, at the 25. I don't know if anybody really touched him, but nevertheless, he is down at the 26-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Millersburg on their own 26-yard line. Shadle, 58. Josh Adams. Or is that 68? No, I think that's 58. Okay, 58. Come on, Josh, go get him. Kerstetter over center. Motion over to the right side. Handoff up the middle with it goes the tailback, and he gets a couple of yards. That's at number 12, Durr. He got about 4 or 5, about 5 actually, out to the 31-yard line with 16 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Will Millersburg elect to just let the time run down? It doesn't look like they're in a big hurry. Clock down to 7 seconds. They'll never get this one off. They don't care as they'll change positions here. So at the end of 1/4 of the ball game, it's a good one for UDA. We lead 14-0 at the end of one period. Way to go, Trojans. Be right back with quarter number 2. Just a moment. Set for play here, quarter 2. Millersburg traveling north to south here at the ballpark. Kerstetter sends 22 in motion. Kerstetter heads it off, and he's got some good yardage that time, picking up about 11 or 12 on the play, all the way out to the 41-yard line. I believe they'll spot it. Let's see. Yep, at the 41 of the Millersburg Indians. So another first down for Millersburg.
Falls mark at the 31-yard line of the Indians. So they'll have the first down.
Okay, 1st and 10. Looks like that run and shoot offense that the Trojans used a few years ago when Coach Hain was here. Wait a second, what are they doing now? Ball had popped loose, but they are ruling that he was down out here. He picked up 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 5. So the Trojan D has got to play now. Trojan offense looks like it's going to be okay, but defensively we need to get in there and stop these guys now. This is a big rivalry here in the Valley for sure, as everyone knows. So it'll be a hard-fought ball game no matter win, lose, or draw here. There's a handoff to 12 Durr rather, and he just kind of fell ahead with it for about a yard. Be 3rd down and 4, or a long 3 anyway. Over there's your sticks. 3rd down and about 3.5, so we'll call it 4. Big play here for UDA now. Either Millersburg can upset themselves by picking up a penalty, which they have before here as they play almost out in front of us, or the Trojans can get in there and stop them quickly. Kerstetter pitches it back over there to that 22 guy. Around the left side he goes for the 1st down and a few more yards to the Trojan 40-yard line. We got to spot it at the Trojan 39. I think inside the 40 they'll go with it. So it'll be 1st and 10. Millersburg now. I know the Trojans guys out there do not want to give Millersburg anything. I mean, they don't want them to gain an inch, let alone score. So let's see if they really tighten it up here now. Indians can't be taken that lightly. As I said, they put 20 points on the board last week against Williams Valley. Kerstetter this time's keeping it to throw. He's getting a rush. He's got to fire one down the side here. It's incomplete. Defended over there by Matthew Harmon, and Miller being the intended receiver. Marcus Miller was supposed to get that one, but instead he got the wrath of Matthew Harmon. Anyway, 78 checking into the ball game for UDA. That's at Evan Roberts. Evan Roberts in there on this 2nd down and 10 play. On a 2nd and 10. Kerstetter looks like he's throwing. He's getting pretty good rush. Still getting a good rush. Let's see. He's going to fire one across the field. Man is out here. It's incomplete. Again, defended this time by Harmon. Pass intended for number 32. Bopp. B-O-P-P. Derek Bopp. The intended receiver, but Harmon out there to break that one up again. So it's a 3rd down and 10. 3rd and 10. He wants to throw. Fires one down the left side. Man is out here. It is going to be tapped into the air and almost intercepted. Did he intercept it? He did intercept it. All right. It looks as though coming up with it, I guess, was Swank after it was tipped into the air, and I think Andrew Swank picked that one off. So the Trojans have taken over here now on the 15, 16-yard line, something like that. They say 17. Okay, maybe it is the 17. I don't know. Close. It'll be 17-yard line is where the Trojans will start off. 1st and 10, UD. Again, Whitmer and Hoover in the backfield for UD. Handoff is to Hoover. He drags it ahead. Still dragging. Still dragging. Now they're going to say stopped. These guys keep going, though, huh? It's a rivalry game. Yep. Roughing old Tony up in there, but he can take it. It's a gain of, a long, well, about 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5. It'll be on the 22-yard line. 2nd and 5. 8:48 left here to have. Harmon, who has not seen a offensive reception, has certainly broken up a couple of fine plays by the Millersburg Indians. Here they're going to go for Harmon. It's going to be intercepted this time, picked off right in front of him. This is going to cost them 6. Well, number 42 comes right up there and picks that one off. Intended for Harmon. It was supposed to be a slant-in pattern, but boy, the pass that time right into the arms of the Millersburg young fella. And it's a 14-6 ball game all of a sudden with an extra point try coming up for the Millersburgers. And A2 will attempt to kick this extra point. Marcus Miller with a big interception and the touchdown. There's a flag on the play. So hang on here, see what happened here. Offsides against UD. Dead ball foul. That'll mark the extra point to the 1.5 yard line now, and they're still going to kick it. They said no, they're not. They're going to go for it. They're going to try to take a 1-point lead here on our Trojans now by virtue of that offsides. Now we got people changing here and there. Are they going to have to call time or no? Now they just whistled the play in. So there we go. A 2-point attempt coming up here for the Millersburg Indians. Kerstetter has that Durr as a single set right behind him in the backfield. In motion they go. Pitches over there to 22. He's going to try to turn upfield. He did. He's in for the extra point. So that could make a difference in the ball game now as the Trojan margin cut down to 6. It is UDA 14 and the visiting Millersburg Indians 8. Back with the Indian kickoff here in just a moment. Okay, Millersburg getting set to kick it off here now as they picked up their first 8 points of the ball game, and Trojans put Schwenk and Whitmer back to receive this kick. It's going to go over here and be taken at the 17-yard line by Whitmer. Whitmer upfield with it, goes into a pile out at the 35-yard line. And that's where it's going to be put in play by the Trojans, 1st and 10 on their own 35. 8:23 remaining here in the first half of the ball game. Number 60 there, that big Kyle Wiest jogging into the lineup for UD. Tight end, well, he'll be a split end this time. They put Kevin Troutman out as a wide out on the far side of the field on this play. From the eye they go otherwise. Handoff here is to Hoover. Hoover spinning away from some tacklers. Hoover down the field. Hoover has one man to beat, and he's not going to do it as a great run by Tony Hoover. But he's finally knocked out of bounds down there by a Millersburger. But one heck of a nice run by Tony. It's just a matter of a foot race going down the sidelines here, and a good stop in this case by a Millersburger, at least temporarily keeping the Trojans off the board. But let's see here now. It's a 40-yard run for the Trojans. The ball at the 25-yard line is where he got bumped out of bounds, but a really nice run that time by that Tony Hoover. Single set this time is Whitmer for UDA. Fultz hands it to Whitmer. Whitmer over the left side again, dives ahead down to the 20-yard line, picking up about 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 5. 2nd and 5 coming up. Motter on the far side over there. Swank, the near fella, lined up to receive this pass. Nope, it's going to be Whitmer again. Whitmer nearly got enough. Picks up about 4 out of the 5 necessary. Stopped right there at the 16-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and a yard or less. 3rd and less than a yard. Nice run again by that Joe Whitmer. Hoover returning to the lineup. He got a break after that last spurt he had, so Tony back in there. From the 16-yard line will go the Trojans on a big 3rd down and 1. Now let's see, we don't want any motion or anything dumb out here. Just get this 1st down. Hoover has it. He has the 1st down. Down to the 13-yard line. 1st down for the Trojans. 57 in there. Josh Kephart helping to unpile the boys. Picking up the likes of Travis Weiss, number 50. Okay, it's 1st and 10 UDA from the Millersburg 13. This time Kevin Troutman stays in as the tight end, this time on the right side. Handoff this time is to Hoover. Hoover dives for maybe 2 down to around the 11. Not too much on that one. Let's see. Picked up a long yard. They'll put it at the 12-yard line. At the 12 it is, so it'll be 2nd down and 8 from the 12. Dumping one over this way for Swank. It is incomplete. 24 defending on the play for Millersburg. So it'll bring up a big 3rd down now for the Trojans. 3rd down from the 12-yard line. 3rd down from the 12. Pitch over here, Hoover. Hoover cuts it upfield. He's down to the 8 or 9. It'll be 4th down now. A decision from time for UD. 4th down coming up. And let's see what the Trojans do on this one now. 4th down and 7 from the 9. Just inside the 10-yard line. You see it laying there. So, one way or the other, this is going to be a big play for either team. Let's see. We'll hope it's for our team. Fultz dropping back, getting a big rush. Look out. He got a big rush, and then it's going to be a pass incomplete, but a big rush gets at least Fultz at that time remembered to fire the ball near somebody, which was very good for the young quarterback. First year playing varsity quarterback. And even though the sack was made, sort of, he eluded the sack, I should say, and threw the ball away. Or threw it at least in the direction of Kevin Troutman, who came back looking for help, I guess, or looking to give him some help. But nevertheless, the ball turns over on downs. It's 1st and 10 for Millersburg on their own 9-yard line. Kerstetter over the center. He'll hand it off to his tailback, and he tries to go up the middle with it. Gates maybe 1 yard before he's stopped in there by any number of Trojans. See who's getting up the pile. Brock Stone gets up last off that pile. So it'll be 2nd down. Big Brock getting a hit on him. Among others, whole lot of help on that one. Gain of 2. We call it 2nd down and 8. 5:07 remaining here in the first half. Trojans lead 14-8. Millersburg with the ball on their own 11-yard line. The quarterback has it. He'll keep it. He's going to go upfield with it. Tripped up nicely in there by number 42. 42. Mark Showstyle making a stop that time. Good job by Mark. A good low hit. Brad Dietrich coming back off the field for UDA. 3rd down, very short. 3rd and very short. Less than a yard. Quarterback will sneak this one ahead. Wow, I'll tell you what, they stacked them up pretty quickly in there, but not until he got the 1st down. Josh Stadheim trying to stand him up in there. Ball barely made it out, but it's at the 20 now, so it'll be 1st and 10. Millersburg on their own 20-yard line. 4:04 left here in the half. So Kerstetter, we'll look him over here on a 1st and 10. Whoa, hold everything. Might have wasted too much time on that one. Delay of the game will be the call. So that'll back the Millersburg Indians up 5 and bring up a 1st and 15. 1st and 15 on the 15-yard line. Okay, are they going to throw from back here deep this way? I don't know. Timeout's called now, and they're going to have a timeout called by Millersburg. We'll be back in just a moment. Millersburg timeout is over. So here we go on a 1st and 15 for the Indians. QB looks like he wants to throw. Oh, a little bit of a hold back there. But he got him anyway. No hold called on the play. Wow. Sack takes them all the way back to the 3-yard line. Wow. Big play that time by that Trojan defense coming in there. Looked like a couple of guys were, hell, one guy for sure, they had him practically stretched out flat. And no flag, but we would have taken that play anyway. So it's 2nd down and about 25 or so, something like that from the 3. I'm not a mathematician. I can't count that high. Anyway, here he goes on a 2nd and very long. Quarterback still has it. Here comes Kerstetter with it. He runs right into the arms of one of the Trojans out there, making a good stop. Number 55 is that Taylor Shadle. Taylor Shadle making a good stop. Timeout called by UDA now to preserve a little bit of clock while we're down here in their territory. We'll be right back. 2 minutes 49 seconds remaining here in the first half, and we'll be right back. Need our defenders to get in there and hold them now in this big 3rd down play. They're going to be punting it. They're going to kick it out of there. So we kind of got a quick kickoff on the Trojans. They get a Millersburg roll back to the 48-yard line of Millersburg, and that's where the Trojans will put it in play. 1st and 10. They kicked it out of there on 3rd down. So the Trojans will have the football now with 2 minutes and 39 seconds remaining here in the first half. The 1st and 10 UDA. Okay, here we go on a 1st and 10 UD. From the eye out there, behind Fultz. Fultz hands this one off. This is going to be Hoover, and this time he's going to get hit in the backfield. Number 22, Mundy, coming up there and making the stop for the Millersburg Indians. Loss of about 3 or 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and about 14. It's now on the Trojan 48-yard line. So a loss of 4, 2nd and 14. That time Tony just couldn't get it going at all, and Mundy in there on him pretty quickly. Here's Fultz going back to throw. Now he has time. Fires one over this way out of the reach of Harmon. Harmon over here, and he was there, and he would have had a chance to bring that one in, but ball a little bit thrown ahead of him, so that's going to bring up a 3rd and 14. All right, let's see what we can do here on a 3rd and 14. Fultz dropping straight back, has some time, fires one down deep. It is incomplete. Intended for Andrew Swank out there, but Andrew couldn't catch up with that one for sure. So it'll bring up a 4th down. The Trojans will turn it over, back over to the Indians here with 1:56 left in the first half of play. Back to punt for UDA is Andrew Swank. He will do the punting. Oh, we'll see if he gets a good punt off here. Depends on a good snap. Let's see what kind of snap we get. Good snap. Flag on the field. Downfield goes the ball. Takes a Millersburg roll, kind of out of bounds on the far side. But there is a flag laying down here. Where is it? They must have. Did he pick it up? Where'd the flag go? Over there. Oh, over on the far side. Okay, there he is. Yeah. Yeah, well, they're going to discuss it a little bit here. We'll see what's going on here with the flag here in just a moment. Going to re-kick the ball. I don't know where the official got to. He got over here on the side. For what reason, I'm not sure. But anyway, here it is. Illegal procedure declined first down from the spot of the ball down here, which is the 33-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 on the Millersburg 33. The Indians have 1:48 left here in the first half, and they're trailing the Trojans by 6. So Kerstetter will go to work. He'll have that Durr in the backfield with him. Here comes motion over this way. Durr gets a handoff up the middle with it. He goes for about 3 or 4. Up 4 would be 2nd down and 6. Millersburg will huddle it up as quickly as they can now because we've got a minute and a half left in the half. So Kerstetter again, pitching this one back over there for that number 22, and he's going to try to cut it back upfield. Oh, wait a second. Nope. They say he was down here. Ball got coughed right up there. Shadle, I think Taylor Shadle, one of those guys, picked it up, but it was already ruled down. So it's 3rd down and 4 or long 3. 3rd and 3, I guess. Inside of a minute to play in the half. Stay back because they're going to pass on this play. No, he's not. He's going to hand it off, and up the middle he goes for the first down to the 45-yard line. It'll go. And there's going to be an illegal motion called on Millersburg. And so that'll move them back 5, one would assume. We'll see. Flag will take them back to the 34 now, where it'll be 3rd down and 8. They'll start the clock with 42 seconds remaining and so forth. So here we go. Quarterback has it. He is going to keep it. He's going to pitch it back over this way. Man has some running room, but a man has him too, and that man happens to be number 2, Swank, with a good stop on him out here. As Roadcap got the pitch back from Kerstetter, but Swank got him a gain of enough for the first down, but it's only 22 seconds left. Gain of 8 on the play. And timeout called by Millersburg. 17 seconds remaining here in the half, and Millersburg calls timeout. 1st and 10 Indians now, 17 seconds left. Time to throw a pass or two. He's going to try to throw one. He is going to fire one over the middle. It is incomplete. That will stop the clock. It was intended for Monday out here, but goes as an incompletion with 11 seconds remaining. The Indians will go looking at a 2nd and 10 from the 46-yard line of Millersburg. 2nd down and 10. Okay, on a 2nd down now. Pitch is back there for that 22 guy. He'll turn the left side. Breaks several tackles and gets tackled himself out here now to give them a first down, stopping the clock with 2 seconds remaining. So as soon as they set the ball, they will start the clock, and that'll be about it unless they call time. They do. Millersburg will call their final timeout of the half. So with 2 seconds remaining, the Indians still have a breath of hope here, and they're going to take a timeout and see what they can do with it. 2 seconds remain in the half. Okay, final play of the half coming up here now for the Millersburg Indians. Kerstetter remains over the center on this one. He drops back. He wants to throw. Got some running room now, but he's going to get tackled out there, and that's going to do it as the quarter will come to an end right there. It is 14-8. Trying to get Taylor Shadle untangled out there. He's all tangled up with the quarterback, who gets off limping a bit that time after that stop. And we have Tony Hoover out here too in the backfield, looking a little wobbly. Didn't see Tony getting injured that time, but he appears like he's going to be okay, I would say. Tony's a tough kid. He'll be back. So we'll have the halftime performances here, not on video, but nevertheless a good halftime to report. It's UDA 14 and Millersburg 8 at the half. Captains and the teams are back here now, and as I missed the co-captains to begin the ball game with, I'll tell you who they are. They're Harmon, along with Hoover. Let's see, Harmon, Hoover, Stone, and is that 20 or 21? I can't tell from here. 21, okay, Whitmer. All right, so that's going to do it for your co-captains for tonight's ball game. The Trojans now leading by 6, 14-8, have to kick off to the Millersburg Indians to begin the second half of play here now. So the defense, I hope, have rested during the halftime here and can get these guys deep and hold them down there now. The Indians have shot themselves in the foot a couple of times tonight when they had some good effort going offensively, but then, of course, they took a penalty or two, and it kind of took them out of the scoring in the first half. Their only touchdown coming on an interception run back of about 30 yards or so, and that put the 8 points on the board for the Millersburg Indians. So let's see if the Trojans can hold them deep now. Let's see. Here's Showstyle's kick. It is a low bounding kick, going to be picked up here at the 26-yard line. And number 12's got it, and a good tackle made by Tony Hoover. Tony, you recall, had a very exciting first half, particularly the first quarter of the first half. And let's see if we can pick it up right there again as we get set to play the second half here. Now the ball is down on the 30-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10, Millersburg from their own 30. Kerstetter, the QB, lines him up, hand off to the guy going up the middle, and he's got about a yard. Fell ahead, maybe 2. That's at 12. Durr with the 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Ball at the Millersburg 32-yard line. Good stop in there by the interior of that Trojan line that time. Didn't give him any more than 2 yards. If we can do that on 4 plays, we'll never get a first down. How about it? Okay, here's the second try now. 2nd down and 8. Handoff coming over this way, cuts it up this side, and he's going to get some good yardage out of this. Swank after him, and Swank will finally drag him down out here all the way at the Trojan 43-yard line. So a big gain on that play before Andrew Swank could come up there. He was kind of threatened there by Kevin Troutman. Kevin slowed him down, and then Andrew grabbed him, spun him around, and threw him down. But a big, big first down play for Millersburg on the Trojan 43. 1st and 10. 25 yards on that play. Tighten her up. There's 12 again with it, and Durr carries it all the way down here before he is stopped in there by Tony Hoover, making the stop for UDA. Another first down, so the Millersburg Indians got some offensive momentum going here quickly in the opening moments of this third quarter. They're already down on the Trojan 33-yard line. Another 1st and 10. And again, Kerstetter over the center. It's 22 in motion. He'll hand it to number 12 up the middle. He's got another yard or so. Well, wait a minute. Now you keep it on going here. Quarterback must have kept that one. QB keep that? Yeah, he kept it himself. Picked up 4. It'll be 2nd down 6. Durr sets himself as the running back in there, tailback. But Kerstetter hung on to that one and got himself 4. Here's Kerstetter with it again. Pitches it back this time, but this time we got Whitmer right there to defend on that play. And Joe Whitmer with a nice stop on Durr that time. He quarterback Kerstetter pitching it back there, but boy, Whitmer was right there to nail him. A loss on the play of about a couple yards. It'll be 3rd down and 8. Ball right back at the Trojan 31-yard line now. So another big 3rd down play coming up here for the Trojan defense. as well as the offense from Millersburg. There's Kerstetter over center. Man in motion again. And this time it's going to be Durr once again with it. He does not have the first down. He's going to be short by about 3 or 4. So the Trojans have held them so far here now, and the Indians are going to figure out what they're going to do. Kerstetter over there getting a signal from the sidelines. 42 Miller coming in with the play along with Kerstetter. So here we go on a big 4th down play. Handoff is to to Durr. He's not going to make anything. Barely got back to the line of scrimmage. 55 Taylor Shadle in there, standing him up pretty quickly that time. So the ball will go over to the Trojans on downs now, as they've held them on the Trojan 26-yard line. UD has the football, 1st and 10. Good defensive job that time as they tried to run that Durr up the middle to pick up 3 yards, and he barely got back to the line of scrimmage before he was stopped. So let's see if Fultz can go to work now and get some yardage here. Here comes Tony Hoover, breaking a couple of tackles, and then out of bounds he goes down here at the 43-yard line. Nice breakout that time by Tony Hoover on the quick swing around the left side here. Good job, Tony. It is a big first down for UD. Picked up 14 yards on the play. Right at the 40-yard line of Upper Dauphin is where the ball's spotted now. Boy, Tony, when he gets loose on the outside, he can motor. Tonight he's had a couple of chances to get loose, and he has motored. Handoff again to Hoover up the middle this time. Tony with a good drive all the way down here to the 46-yard line of the Millersburg Indians. Another first down gallop that time by that Tony Hoover. Way to go, Tony. All right. Tony's picked up about 27 yards in the last 2 carries. Out at the 47-yard line of Millersburg is the football. Playing right here more or less in front of us. 1st and 10. Oh, Skylar Fultz calling the count, and one of the Indians jumping off sides. So that should cost them 5. And that'll make it a 1st and 5 for the Trojans. 1st down and 5. I'll make it a little bit easier here now as Fultz goes to work again with him on a 1st and 5 this time. Sends Swank in motion. Handoff is to Hoover. Hoover up the middle with it. Uh-oh, lost the football, but fallen on nicely there by number 57 of the UDA Trojans. That's Josh Gephardt. Josh getting himself untangled in there. All right. Gain of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 3. That one popped up there, but Josh was right there by Gosh and fell right on it, which means the ball is now underinflated. Here's handoff again to Hoover, and this time Hoover tries to drag for the 1st down, but he'll get maybe a yard, not too much, out of that one as the Indians sewed that one up pretty quickly. Picked up maybe a yard. It'll be 3rd down and a long yard. Maybe 2. Not quite 2, but more than 1, but less than 2. Okay. There we go. Big 3rd down play for UDA. Whitmer, fullback. Hoover has the ball, has the 1st down, drives it down to the 35-yard line before he is stopped in there. And once again, it's Josh Gephardt trying to get off the pile. Josh being a policeman in there tonight. Yeah, really doing a good job and helping his buddies out there when they get into that pile, because you could imagine there are some strange things going on in those piles sometimes. Yep, so anyway, Josh doing a good job that way also. 1st down on the last play, puts the ball at the 35-yard line of Millersburg. 1st and 10, Trojans. Back to pass goes Fultz. Fires one over the middle. It is incomplete. Incomplete, intended for Harmon, but thrown about 3 or 4 yards short. And so it'll be 2nd down and 10. Hoover with it. Hoover traveling up the left side here. Picks up about 4. It'll be 3rd and 6. So the Trojans were faced with a big 3rd down play for themselves now coming up here on the 31-yard line of Millersburg. 3rd and 6. Need a good play here. Harmon will flank out on the far side of the field. Haven't gone to Harmon much tonight. A couple times they overthrew or underthrew the big Matthew, but he's outflanked on the far side, now out of sight of the picture. Uh-oh. Might have had a motion. Nope, here goes Hoover. Hoover still on his feet, drags it all the way down across the 25 to the 24-yard line. Another good drive that time by Hoover. Wow. Tony's going to check out of the ball game. Oh, yeah. Meanwhile, the Queens and so forth are passing by out here.
Wow, look at the sexy blue lights.
Yep. Wow, yeah. In the meantime, here we go again with football. This is going to be, this time the ball did come out and did get recovered by the Millersburg Indians at the 22-yard line. So, wow, tough play that time by the Trojans. Tough break. There goes that Megan Miller-Dager. She is your queen, and she's a beauty. 10 Millersburg now. Ball in the 22 or 3 yard line. Timeout called by the Indians. Got 4:42 remaining here in the 3rd. And the Indians call timeout. Timeout is over, and here we go. Handoff coming over this way. With it comes that number 20 guy. And he'll blast out to the 30-yard line. There's a flag over here for sure. And we've got something going on here. Holding called against Millersburg. Holding against the Indians. And that will nullify a run of about 7 yards or so. And take them back to a 1st and about 13. Now we'll see. Oh, he's going to go back further than that. Yep. It's going to go back to around the 12. Okay, I had thought the 13, but down to the 12-yard line, where it will be first down again. And again, Millersburg, with an error, a mistake made out there, has penalized their own team here now. So we'll see what they can do on a 1st and 20. Okay, this time they pitches it back over there for that 22 guy. Around the left side he goes. And they're going to be tackled out here after a gain of about 12 or so on the play. Looks like it'll be spotted at the 23. Gain of 12 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and about 8. Big gain that time on that play. See that quarterback pitch that over here and kid take off with it. Had a lot of big opening here in the Trojan defensive line that time. Allowed him to get through there for some good yardage. Back to pass goes the QB. He is getting a big rush now. Get away. Fires one downfield. Man is out here. It is caught. And let's see. He's going to be tackled back here at the Trojan 27-yard line. What a play that time, as Kerstetter showing a lot of athletic ability that time to get away from several Trojans who were in hot pursuit, had hands on him, and he still could be able to scramble out of there and fire that ball downfield and find a receiver. So, man, what a big play that time for the Indians. It's on the Trojan 27-yard line. 1st and 10, Millersburg. 3:12, 3:11, 3:10, so forth remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Trojans lead by 6. Kerstetter sends 22 in motion. And up the middle with it goes this young fella. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 8-yard line. Another big play as they spin their way down to the Trojan 8, I guess it is. We'll see where they put it. Yep, about the 8. First and goal, Millersburg on the Trojan 8-yard line. Well, let's see what we can do to stop them here. First and goal on the 8. Quarterback still has it. He's going to wind around this side. He's in. Touchdown. So Kerstetter kept it and goes over the right side here for a big first down, tying up our ball game now at 14-all. With an extra point try coming up. 2.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Again, the turnover hurting the Trojans that time as turned it over, gave it to the Millersburg Indians, and the Indians took advantage with a couple of big plays and got in for 6. So this will be a big extra point try. Here's placement's down, snap is up, snap is good, and a flag thrown. A couple of flags thrown. Hang on here. You might have a personal foul or something called because it's against UD. Not sure. But there were some flags and hats and everything. It's roughing the kicker, so the kick is good. So with the time 2.5 minutes remaining in the third, it's now Millersburg 15 and the Trojans 14. Back with the Millersburg kickoff here in just a moment. Roughing the kicker penalty on the extra point now takes the ball to the Trojan 45-yard line for Millersburg to kick off. So they ought to be able to kick this one over to the refreshment stand if they get a good leg in it. And we'll see. Now the Trojans will be really backed up here and will really need a good run back unless they, of course, are forced to down it in the end zone for a touchback and bring it out to the 20. So let's see what happens. Here it comes, and there it goes. Good kick's going to be taken 1 yard deep, and he says it's in the end zone, and they don't have an option, I guess. If it's in the end zone, it's an automatic touchback, so that'll bring it right out to the 20-yard line, and it'll be first and 10 UD on their own 20. So the Trojans have their work cut out for them again, now trailing by 1. 2:26 left here in the third quarter, and Trojans got to crank up that offense again. Again, it is Fultz at the quarterback spot with Whitmer the fullback, Tony Hoover the tailback, and here comes Hoover trying to burst it out of there, and he does for a couple of yards out to the 24. Picking up about 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd down, 6. 2nd and 6 from the I. The Trojans continue to go from the I. This time it's going to be a pass. A little screen set up nicely over here to Whitmer. Whitmer gets a block or two. He could go good distance, and he does. Joe Whitmer out to the 42-yard line. Picked up a couple of nice blocks out there. They set that screen up really nicely to Joe that time. Nice screen pass. Fultz hit him very, very nicely with it. And the Trojans, with a big first down, gets them out of terrible field position out to the 42-yard line now where they can work a little better. It's 1st and 10 on the Trojan 42. Handovers to Hoover. Hoover out to the 47-yard line. Picking up about 5 on the dive. And it'll be 2nd. And actually picked up, well, let's see. Now they'll back that up a little bit. Picked up 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Nice drive that time by that Tony Hoover. Second and 5. Fultz calling out the signals out there. Changing this one for Hoover. Flag on the play. And out of bounds goes Hoover on the far side, but there is a flag out here. And that could be against UD, but we'll see. Hold on, UDA. We'll take the Trojans back and make it a second down and 15. Or so. Let's make it a second down and about 17. So it's second and 17 now for the Trojans. Ball back to the 34-yard line of UDA. The Trojans have got to connect on a pass here, perhaps. They're working the near side of the field is the open side. And here comes Tony heading over this way, and he's going to get tangled up out here, however. Throw down at the 36, gain of maybe 3 or 4 on the play. 3, third and 15, picked up 2. Third and 15 coming up. Big third down play here now for the Trojans with no time remaining. That's going to do it. Time has expired at the end of 3. It's now Millersburg 15, the UDA Trojans 14. So Millersburg in some squeaky ball games here now, having lost to Williams Valley by 1 last week, 21-20. Now lead Upper Dauphin 15-14 here with 12 minutes to play in the ball game. Well, the Trojans heading south here at the ballpark now as we change positions for the end of the period. And let's see what we're going to do on a 3rd and 15. Is Fultz going to try to throw one? He's going back to pass. He's looking. He's fired one down here intended for Harmon. It is incomplete. Broken up in there by number 32 of the Millersburg Indians. So Matthew, the intended receiver, but broken up nicely by an Indian. So that'll bring up a 4th down. The Trojans will give the ball back to Millersburg. So we get a good snap here now. Yep, good snap. No rush. Kick, shanked this one a little bit. Now he gets a UD roll, however. Yeah, gets a decent roll out of it, and it goes down to the 33-yard line of Millersburg. So the Indians will put it in play right there. 11:40 remaining here in the ball game, and Millersburg with a 1st and 10 on their own 33. 1st and 10 for Kerstetter and crew on the 33-yard line of Millersburg. This is going to be Durr. And Durr takes it for 2. 2nd and 8. Here's that 2nd down and 8 play. Motion goes over the far side. Little pass down this way. It is complete. And number 42, Miller, has it for Millersburg. And that is a 1st down for Millersburg to the 47-yard line of the Millersburg Indians. So the Indians on the prowl again here now. Miller will check out of the ball game for Millersburg. Seems only fitting that Millersburg should have a kid named Miller. I don't know why we don't have someone named Elizabeth playing here on this one. No. Anyway, hand off to the 2nd man through there, and he breaks a tackle or 2. Still on his feet, still breaking tackles, driving it inside the 40-yard line of UDA. Wow, down to the 38-yard line of Upper Dauphin it goes. A nice run again by that young Millersburg Indian fella, and the Trojans having difficulties making some tackles up here. But that kid could scoot, and he had a nice run that time. Ball at the UDA 38. 1st down, Millersburg. Pitches over there to that 2-4 guy. He'll turn it upfield. Oh, a great tackle there. Who the heck was that? That was Brock Stone. Stoney with a great low leg tackle. Way to go, Brockster. A gain of 1 yard on that play. Second down and 9. That was nice. That's the way you're supposed to tackle. Doesn't always happen that way, and it's not that easy. As everyone who has ever played football, but not me, I never did, can tell you. But nevertheless, nice stop. Second down, 9. Kerstetter still has it, tucks it away, takes it around the side over there, gets away down the sideline, makes a move, still on his feet, flag is thrown, and he is going to be wrestled down way down deep in Trojan territory, but there is a flag laying back here, and we'll see what that means. Bring it back. Here comes the call, holding against Millersburg, nullifying yet another fine play by the Millersburg Indians. So,
What happened?
wow. Here comes the official to give us the official word. I think. Illegal use of the hands, whatever. They used to call it that anyway. Second down. It is short of the first down. It'll bring up a second down and 3. So the Trojans really dodge a bullet right there, at least momentarily. As the time that Kerstetter really had himself a nice run down the sideline. Pitch back over this way. Dribbled it. Ball is on the ground. Who has? Looks like Millersburg 57 might have recovered that one for the Indians. Yeah, it is. Or 52 was it? Whatever. It is another miscue by the Millersburg Indians, bringing the ball back to the 34-yard line, just shy of the UDA 35, say the 34. Now it's a third down and 6. So the Indians are heading in the right direction, namely in reverse. And that will help our Trojan gang out here a whole lot. So Kerstetter calling some signals at the line of scrimmage this time. Big third down play. Looking to throw. He's looking. Fires one over the middle. It is incomplete. Intended for number 22, Mundy. But pass out of his reach. And so it'll bring up a fourth down play now in a 1-point ball game here. Fourth down. Ball on the UDA 34-yard line. Now what are they going to do? It's 4th and about 6. 4th and 6. So they're going to punt the ball away and try to trap the Trojans deep, the way it appears. 4th and 6. 8 minutes, 25 seconds remaining in the ball game. They go back into punt formation. Good snap. Here's the kick. Whoops, going down here towards the corner, and that's going to reach the end zone, I believe. It will, and so they'll bring it back out here to the 20-yard line where the Trojans will put it in play. 1st and 10 on their own 20. So the Trojans now have to start something big here offensively. They're 80 yards away from pay dirt. Handoff here's to Tony Hoover, following his own blocking, drags it ahead on a good effort there by Tony Hoover once again, picking up about 9 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 1. Heck of an effort there by Tony Hoover that time. Way to go, Tony. Fultz has the signal already. The Trojans not fooling around now. We want to get down here and get on the board again now. So it's 2nd down and a yard at the 29-yard line. Hoover with it. Hoover's got the yard and then some out to the 35-yard line or close to it. Nice drive again for Tony, picking up 6 on the play. It'll be 1st and 10 UDA. 2nd and 10 Trojan, or 1st and 10 Trojans rather. 1st and 10. Ball at the 35-yard line of UDA. 7:27 remaining here, and the clock is moving. Schuyler hands this one off. Tony Hoover again. Hoover dragging it ahead for probably 3 or 4 yards. We'll see. Looks like he may have picked up 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tony picking up 4. Second down, 6. .645 from the eye, of course, go the Trojans. Fultz wants to throw, has plenty of time this time, fires one downfield. Man is out here, it is incomplete. Intended for Kevin Troutman, but it goes as an incompletion. Well thrown, Kevin was there under it, but well defended also, in due respect to the Millersburg Indian, who was covered him like a glove out there. Wow. Incomplete, brings up third down and about 7. Big third down play coming up now. Trojans need to get a first down here. Hoover has it. Hoover up the middle with it. He is stopped after maybe 2 or so. So it'll be a fourth down now. 4th and 3 for UDA. And it'll be on the 42. So the Trojans faced with a big play here now, as they're looking at a big fourth down play coming up here. 4th and about 3, actually, closer to 3. So here we go, 5:55 left in the ball game. This could be a big point right here. We got to get a first down here and hold everything now. We have timeout called by Upper Dauphin. Timeout called by UDA. So we'll be right back. Just a moment. 5:43 is all that remains in this one. The Trojans trailing by 1. Well, let's hope this one is a big one here now, because we need about a long to maybe 3. It's going to be Hoover, and Hoover, did he get it? Nope, he did not. He comes up short. The Millersburg crowd, and there are plenty of them here, applauding the defensive effort by their Millersburg Indians, and the ball will get turned over, and on the ground out here is an Indian, and we'll have an official injury timeout. So the Trojans turn it over on downs here now. Millersburg in excellent field position at the Trojan 44-yard line. 1st and 10. Quarterback keeps it, and he'll take it down for a couple of yards, down around the 38-yard line. Picking up 6 or so on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Trojans have to hold them right here on this series, because the clock becoming a factor now. 5:18, 17, so forth, remaining here in the ball game. Second down, 4. With a first down and plenty, until finally he's brought down out there by number 58, Joshua Adams, making a stop on him. Another big first down, and the ball now at the 25-yard line of UDA. So things are becoming desperate here for the Trojans as the clock down to 4:44 and continues to move, and it's another first down. Trojans got to pick up a fumble, interception, something here. Here's 20 with it. He'll take it upfield, and he gets tackled almost immediately. Good stop in there with, let's see, who was that? That was that Joe Whitmer, along with an assist from Taylor Shadle. Canham only 2 on that play. 2nd down and 8. And an 8. Hand off to the tailback there. That's that Durr. He has been the workhorse a lot of the night for Millersburg. Picks up a couple of yards, brings up a 3rd down and a long 4. So again, the Trojans have to hold these guys for 2 downs now. Clock down to 3:34, 3:33, and so forth. So here we need the ball. Here's a handoff up the middle with it. They go. Quarterback keeps it. He's got the first down as he gets down across the 15 to about the 14-yard line maybe. Kerstetter hanging on to it that time. It's 1st and 10 for Millersburg. 3:20 left in the game, and the clock continues to move on down. Ball at the UD 14. Of course, Millersburg is in no hurry at this point. The clock is their friend for sure. Kerstetter over the center. Motion this way. Kerstetter pitches it back. There's a ball, but can you believe Millersburg will get it? Ball came popping out of there, but Millersburg picked it up anyway. And they also picked up maybe an injury to 70. He doesn't look, or 60 is it? No, it's 50. He doesn't look so hot. Looks like he got a lot of dirt in the eye or something. But anyway, on the play, there was virtually no gain, so it's 2nd and 10. Ball still just inside the 15-yard line of UDA. 2:24 remaining, and the clock moving. Well, that would have been one to pick up right there. Not only was it a fumble, it was a lateral fumble. Could have picked it up, ran with it. Up the middle goes Durr again. Breaks the one tackle and drives it down until time is called by UDA. 56 in there making a big stop for the Trojans. That's Brock Stone. Stoney getting up a little gimpy that time, but coach says, I get back in there. You're okay. No. Okay. Well, 2:08 left in the game. Looking at a 3rd and 5 for Millersburg at the UDA, let's see, 9. Okay, 3rd down, 5, I guess it is. Quarterback kept it. Quarterback has it for the first down, or what is it? Looks like a first down. They are signaling first down, so it's 1st and goal for Millersburg now with 2 minutes and 1 second remaining, and under 2 minutes now as the clock is set in motion. So Millersburg very definitely in the driver's seat now as Upper Dauphin calls another timeout. So timeout on the field, and we'll be back and see if the Trojans can hang in there, trailing by 1. Trojan timeout is over. Up the middle with it goes the quarterback, sneaking it in from a yard or 2 out. And that should put the icing on this cake for the Millersburg Indians, because we've got 1:52 remaining. And the Indians up now by 7. Oh, actually, the Trojans will get the ball back, and you never know. No, this is not over yet. 1:52 remaining. So we'll see if they go for 2. If they go for 2, it could put the hurts on us. So they go for 1. Go for 2 and don't make it, then the hopes are still alive. They're going to go for 2. And timeout called before they go for 2. So the wheels are turning here at UDA. Millersburg calling timeout now for the extra point try. And again, we'll be right back. Well, the Millersburg timeout is over, and they're going to go for 2 again, as we stated before. So let's see. If they miss this, we still have a chance. It's number 20, and they missed it. And so we still have a chance. They slides down here, the Trojans, with 1:52 left. And the Trojans will get the ball back with almost 2 minutes to play. And you never know now. This could be a heck of a ball game finish here for the Trojans. We certainly hope so. I know the coaching staff is getting pretty excited about it, so let's find out what we can do here now with 1:52. Get a good run back, and you never know. Trojans now trail by 7. 21-14. Anyway, it's 21-14, and here comes that Millersburg kick. See if we can get a good run back here now, folks. This could be the most exciting game of this season. We'll find out. We got 2 guys back that want to run this ball all the way back. It's a low bounding kick. They're going to allow it to be picked up here by Swank, the 28-yard line. And he's going to come upfield with it. Swank on his feet. And let's see, still driving it and drives it out of bounds here. Come on. Come on. Where are they going to? Cripes, they tackled him here against the bench or almost on the other side of the bench. No flag. No flags. We got a man injured here for Millersburg on the run back. But the Trojans have the ball right at midfield, so they're 50 yards away from pay dirt here. Swank. Andrew felt that one. Out of bounds over here. Couple of stripes right there and no flag. Okay, 1st and 10 UD after the injury timeout. Well, here we go now. The Trojans have 1:42 to grind this one out if we can. They're starting right at midfield, so we got a half a field to go. First try, hold everything. We got a problem on the first attempt. Well, the penalty was against the Trojans, and so now we're looking at a 1st and 15 from the 45-yard line of UDA. Back to pass he goes. He's looking. Fires one down the field. It is caught by Harmon on a great catch by Matthew Harmon. What a great pass and a great grab that time by Matthew, diving after that ball. Trojans in a hurry-up offense here now. 1.5 minutes. They had to wait till they changed to 6. They have changed to 6, and here we go. Ball at the 35-yard line. Back to pass he goes. He's going to get a big rush. Gets away. Fires one over the far side. It is complete. Complete to... let's see. There is a flag. There's a flag down over here. And the ball was down to the 27-yard line, but there's a flag on the play. Holding against UD. So that will hurt that play. Nice catch by Kyle Motter over there as Skylar Fultz scrambling for his life out here. Finally able to get it off to Kyle. Kyle took it, but there was a hold on the play on UD. And so it'll bring it back to a 1st and 15. The ball will be back at the 39-yard line. 1 minute and 18 seconds remaining. Here we go. We'll stay back. Back to pass he goes. Looking. Fires one down the middle. It is intercepted. And that will do it. Pass was intended for Harmon, but interception made over there, and that's probably going to do it with 1:09 left here now. So that will send the crowd starting to depart now. It's like a pro game here. People are starting to depart now. Anyway, Trojans just unable tonight to just get that one big break, and of course penalties on both sides have killed both teams offensively. Both teams could have scored more had they not been penalized, but anyway, here's a 1st and 10 now. The Trojans have no timeouts remaining, so we got a minute remaining on the clock, 1 and 3, 2, 1, and so forth. So we're inside a minute right now. The Trojans cannot stop the clock, and so they'll just go on the kneel, will Millersburg. And it's a 2nd down and 12. Just a big ball game for Millersburg, and another devastating one for UD, who had an early 14-0 lead, then saw an interception make it 14-8. Then Millersburg comes back again and made it 15-14 with a play that got him a lot of yardage and got him a touchdown, and then finally here in the very end, a 1 or 2 yard plunge by quarterback Kerstetter to put it totally out of reach of the Trojans. 12 seconds and so forth. The team's just standing out here now. So we'll show you the scoreboard clock as it winds down. The final score is going to be Millersburg 21 and our Upper Dauphin Trojans 14. So that'll win their first Twin Valley Conference football game, going 2-1 in the conference, or 3-1 in the conference. The Trojans picking up their 3rd Twin Valley Conference loss now, and looking at a 1-4 record on the season. So Or are we only 1-3 in Twin Valley? Yeah, we could be. It could be our third conference loss. Anyway, that'll do it from UDA. Tough ball game that the Trojans looked like they were going to be able to maybe pick a big win up tonight, but it just wasn't in the books as the Indians prevailed with a final score of 21-14. So we'll catch you next week when the Trojans take their bruised and battered bodies up to Williams Valley to take on the Williams Valley Vikings. Tony Hoover having a very good night, one of his better games, probably the best game for Tony of the season tonight, but to no avail as the Trojans drop this one by 7. So that'll do it. We'll catch you next week at Williams Valley. Good night from UDA.